Hey everyone, it's Tracy here. Today I'm going to be making a card using one of the new stamp sets from the Alleyway Stamps. This is new for June 2014. It's called Crossing Lines. And I'm going to be making a card based on our inspiration photo for the Be Inspired Challenge. So I'm picking out the stamp that has two lines, and I'm just going to place my paper cardstock down on my craft sheet and use a little bit of adhesive to attach it. And then I'm going to be using different colored distress inks in a rainbow pattern to stamp onto my white piece of cardstock. So my red color is Barn Door, and then the orange that I just used is Spiced Marmalade. Next I'm using Mustard Seed. The green I'm using is Mowed Lawn. And as you can tell, some of them didn't quite go all the way across the card, but I'm going to fix that a little bit later when I'm a little farther along. The blue I'm using is Broken China, and then the purple is Dusty Concord. So I went ahead and just continued my pattern and did a kind of checkered pattern. I don't know if that's the right word, but I finished doing that, and then I'm kind of splattering some water onto it to make the colors bleed a little bit. It didn't work quite the way I wanted it to, but it looks great nonetheless. So I'll just use my heat tool to dry the little water droplets on there. And then I decided I want a little bit more, so I added just a little bit more water onto there. And then I'll hit it with my heat tool one more time just to dry all of the splatters completely. And then you can always heat the back of it too, just so to prevent it from warping or curling too much. Alright, and then I'm going to get my Cuttlebug out and my circle spellbinders, and I'm going to use the second largest circle to cut out a piece of vellum. I'll just run that right through there. Alright, and then that's all the die cutting that I'm going to be doing on this card. I then got out my powder tool and just went over the vellum so that I didn't get any embossing powder where I don't want it to stick, because I'm going to heat emboss this sentiment from the Life is Short set. I'll just put some Versamark ink on there and then stamp it onto my vellum. And then I'm going to be using some white embossing powder from Hero Arts. And I just always use my embossing powder on a sheet of computer paper that I folded in half, and then I can just pour the rest of the excess embossing powder right back into my container. Alright, and then I'll go ahead and heat emboss the sentiment. Alright, now it's time to put my card together. So I'm just going to keep this card simple and use a white card base. This is an A2 size. And then I'll attach my rainbow card front right onto that. And then I'm going to use these Cool Tack adhesive foam squares, I think they're called, to attach the vellum piece onto there. It just gives it a little bit of dimension, and I'm just actually going to add it to the back of the words, because even though it is clear, it does show a little bit on the vellum. And I'm not gonna lie, the pieces, the like plastic to get off from these is quite difficult compared to foam squares. It took me a little bit longer than usual. But it is a cool product. Alright, and then one last final touch is to add some of these enamel dots from Doodlebug. These are just white. And then that is my completed card. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and check out the other videos that I have linked here for you. Bye!